Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Yashawan back with the World War III update, daily update. All right, and it's been since last Friday, so a few things have transpired, and we're quickly going to go over them. Maybe not in depth, we'll just take a quick look. All right, when we start with Joel 3, because here's what's going on. All right, ultimately, and there's skirmishes going on all over the world right now, as the allies of the two sides. Right, when you speak of world war, you got two sides. All right, and you got allies on both sides. All right. Now, I'll show you three on each side, the top three. You got America, Great Britain, and Israel on one side, and the provinces of Great Britain, which are Australia and Canada, so to speak, okay? That's one side. Then you have the other side, which is Russia, China, Iran, North Korea. So that was four. I can't count. Say what you will. But those are the two sides, and then whoever's allies on both of those sides. Then you have things like, what is it? Not NAFTA, NATO. You have the EU. You have all of these organizations where people have sworn to be comrades with each other. But, I mean, those alliances are going to fall apart, and it's going to be what it is. The point is that there's a world war being waged right now, and ultimately the Most High is bringing this thing to pass. He's bringing all the armies of the world, right? He's bringing them together so that he can judge them, all right? So this is Joel 3 and 9, all right? And these same scriptures are going to keep coming out all week, all right? And then we'll watch the headlines. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Okay, this is God, whose name is Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come up, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Now, that's the third. Okay, you got three aspects of this war. You have the two sides against each other, and then you have the Most High's army. He's the Lord of hosts, meaning the Lord of the army. He has his own army that's going to join the war, World War III, later on. All right? And that's going to be the final war. All right? Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right? Here's what God is doing. He's gathering all the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, jump down to 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right, so that's what we got going on. And that I can go to that scripture every day for the next week and then go to these headlines. Okay? All right, let's go to Deep Journal real quick. There's one here. Let me see. All right, this is the headlines. 20 hours ago, Deep Journal channel. U.S. launched 2 drone strikes. All right, now what is that? Let's watch the front of that. And it says Biden's sudden comeback decision. Okay, let's watch this real quick.
The U.S. military has launched 2 drone strikes against Taliban positions in northern Afghanistan on Friday. This attack was likely prompted by increased invading attacks by the Taliban after the U.S. administration's move last week.
Okay, and their move is they're supposed to be pulling out, right? What they said they were withdrawing. And as soon as they withdraw, then it's business as normal. get the hell out of here. Get your poppies out of here. That's what the Taliban was eradicating the poppy plants back in early 2000s. That's why we invaded Afghanistan first, to go guard the poppy field, pursuant to the testimony of Pat Tillman, the NFL player from the Cardinals, who put on a uniform and then they killed him because he wanted to come back and tell the truth. All right? So anyway, this is still in the Middle East. All right? So they ain't going far. If they're withdrawn from here, they're just going to, now they're being stretched thin. Okay? The U.S. Army.
3 days ago, the Taliban captured the Tajikistan-Afghanistan border gate in a border city by the Taliban.
Okay, so over here, where's Afghanistan? All right? Tajikistan. Here's Afghanistan right here. And here's Iran right here. And here's Iraq right here. Here's Turkey. Here's Georgia, Russia. Okay, here's the stands up here. Ukraine. Russia right here. Okay, everybody's being gathered over here. Iraq. Over here is Israel. Okay, hey, guess what? This is the Valley of Yehoshaphat, where World War III is about to go down. They're being gathered over here. All right, hey, come up from here. You got some troops over here. Bring them wherever you're going to put them. All right? You got jumping off points over. You got the biggest military bases on the face of the earth right here. I'm talking about the Americans do. Right here in Iraq. All right? So anyway, the war is going to be concentrated in this area.
Afghan soldiers took refuge in Tajikistan by crossing the border. Increasing Taliban attacks began to threaten the safety of other personnel, as well as U.S. troops. There are about 18,000 Afghans assisting the U.S. military along with the translators, contractors. The U.S. Parliament pressed for the evacuation of these personnel, but President Biden refused. Biden, who changed his view on the subject, made a definite comeback by announcing that anyone who helped the U.S. military would be evacuated. No Taliban attacks on U.S. troops were reported.
That's what happened in Vietnam when they got overran by the NVA. They got ran the hell up out of, what do they call it? I forget the capital of Vietnam at the time. But they were on that building. They got ran the hell up out of there. And people were, a lot of people died because they couldn't get on an airlift out of there. Same shit going on right now.
Like this, is the U.S. military's attack on the Taliban positions just a cover fire to retreat, or does it ease his conscience with such an attack after 20 years? Will the Taliban, whose invasion continues very rapidly in this process, take action against the deterrent attacks of the USA? Is this attack of the U.S. Army, which has been silent for 2 months, to scare the Taliban? Is there any risk to U.S. bases of provoking the Taliban in their withdrawal?
Okay, so why is America, first of all, you got control of Afghanistan. You're striking them again, you got other fish to fry. You're being stretched thin right now. Okay? And who's behind that? You know that Russia's behind it. So who's supplying the Taliban right now? It's going to be one of America's enemies, whether it be China, Iran, Russia. All right? So there's a war. World War III is going on. Okay, so let's go to Deep Journalist. Okay? See what we got over here on Monday. All right? 3 hours, 15 hours, 17 hours. We go back a couple of days right here. Okay? 3 days ago. Let's go right here. That's 3 days. Let's go 2 days. 2 days ago on Deep Journalist channel, another mysterious Iran strike to convince U.S. Israel orders military ops to Iran's nuclear whatever. Over here, explosive attack near U.S. consulate where? Got to be in Iraq. Oh, in Iran. Is there a consulate in Iran? It's got to be in Iraq. Okay. Right here. HMS Defender's captain describes Russian attack. Okay? Hey, there's fighting everywhere. All right, this has got to be in the Black Sea. Right here, Black Sea update. All right? Can you clearly see World War III jumping off? All right? And it's going to get to the point where everybody has to deploy their soldiers to the region. What is that? That's the Most High gathering the troops into the valley of Yahushua or Jehoshaphat. Israel launches heavy airstrikes Syria. Iran threat, what? What does it say? Iran threat explained to Russia allows strikes. Okay. Iran and Russia are on the same team. U.S. orders airstrikes on Iranians, Syria, and Iraq. What is this? Russia will work with U.S. and Israel. What? It's crazy. Right here. Breaking news. Huge explosions and massive fire in London. UK is burning. See, these wars are going on. They're weakening. Somebody's over there weakening the UK's infrastructure. Could that be Russia, who is just off of the shores of the UK over there with their ships? They can drone if they have carriers over there. They can drone that, right? This is 3 hours ago. This is brand new, breaking news. All right. So this is Deep Journalists. We're just going to keep going. We're going to highlight. You can visit these channels on your own. There's Deep Journal and Deep Journalist, okay, which are sister stations or pages. And then I like to go to this one, Secret Files, because this actually confirms some of the other ones. I think this is totally different. So 2 days ago, attack on Iranian nuclear site damaged centrifuge production facility. Somebody is trying to stop them from getting their munitions together, namely nukes, as though they don't have them already. All right? Because the war is going to end with nuclear fire. All right? 1 day ago, Israeli officials warned no choice but to ready attack what? Plans for what? Rossi win? All right, well, they're probably fighting right around. Israel ready to attack Iran. Okay? Russia condemns Israel's airstrikes on Syria. These are backing each other. This is 1 day ago. Iran naval passage through Atlantic prompts what? U.S. concern. Do you see this? All right. The world is at war with each other. 1 day, Iran transfers rockets to Palestinian groups. Okay? Hamas leads new battle to break Israeli siege on Gaza. This fighting hasn't stopped. What happened to the ceasefire? All right. Israel allegedly launches airstrikes on Iranian targets where? In Syria? In southern Syria. Okay, it's a proxy war over there in Syria. That you clearly understand who the proxies are now. Israel reportedly bombed Gaza with limited intelligence about what it was attacking. They're just dropping bombs indiscriminately. Probably looking for the biggest concentration of civilians. All right. And 4 hours ago, U.S. deploys Navy in Black Sea after Russia warning. Let's watch this.
This is a full 3-month.
Whatever.
Massive exercise in Black Sea with U.S. comes after Russia warning. Russia has warned the U.S. and UK not to tempt fate in the Black Sea, only one place where there are naval tensions. On June 21st,
you see Crimea right here? Crimea, first of all, that name Krim goes into crimson, which means red. Who is that? What does the word Edom mean? Okay. Where's Georgia? Where's Georgia, Russia? Right here. What's in Georgia, Russia? The Caucasus Mountains. Okay. Get it? All right, carry on.
U.S. 6th Fleet announced it would participate in the Sea Breeze exercise that will take place from June 28 to July 10. Washington says that this year's iteration has the largest number of participating nations in the exercise's history, with 32 countries from 6 continents providing 5,000 troops, 32 ships, 40 aircraft, and 18 special operations and dive teams scheduled to participate. This is important because it comes days after a UK warship and Russia appeared to clash off the coast of Crimea. Ukraine claims Crimea, but Russia annexed the area in 2014. There have been other tensions between Russia and Ukraine and Russia and the US, increasingly at sea in recent years.
Increasingly. So what's going on? We'll stop it right there. We're just going to read this again to let you know what's going on. All right? Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Get your centrifuges right and create that uranium for them bomb, for them nukes. Let the weak, who's weak? Iran, say I am strong. Hey, I got them nukes now. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right? A, the UFOs, which are the wings of the angels, they're going to be involved in this battle as well later on. Okay? And that's another video. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So, I mean, they don't even know that they're being drawn into an ambush. All you nations, all you armies are being drawn into an ambush. Then the angels are going to come out of nowhere. But you can't stop them UFOs. Those chariots of Israel. And the Most High is going to get the victory. All right, so with that, we'll see you tomorrow on the update. It's just drawing near. Nobody can stop this. Whether you understood what you were getting yourself into or not. Here's what's going on. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. And with that, we're going to say shalom.